You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Thank you for joining me today on this Training Thursday show, where I'm about to go over the 3x20 workout. This is something that I started to complete the last quarter of 2017, but something I've been using with body transformation clients for quite some time. So a lot of times on the weekend or maybe an off day when a wellness client or weight loss client, body transformation client isn't in one of our studios, we give them workouts to do on their own. But we also want to keep their mind engaged at the same time and make it more about getting healthy than just about any one workout, because to be honest, sometimes clients get bored of workouts. You might get bored of workouts yourself. I know I do. So what we have to do is we need to keep our mind stimulated at the same time. So I began to implement this in my own program end of 2017 because I wanted to really look forward to one specific workout per week where I was just very engaged, that it moved quick, and that I could just kind of blast through it. But at the end of the workout, it was almost like a little bit of a reward. So I want to take you through that today. Excited about it myself because I'm actually doing the same exact workout, literally same exact 3x20 workout tomorrow. So tomorrow's Friday. That'll be my Friday workout. So what I want to do is actually want to take you through that and specifically see how I'll be doing this workout. Make it a challenge for yourself. Make yourself do this style of workout one day a week. Try it out for a month. See how you like it. See what it does for your body. And just keep in mind too, I'm going to give different variations of it. So no matter what level if you're at, meaning like, for example, let's just say you're a beginner. I'll give you some beginner recommendations. If you're intermediate, we'll get those. And then advanced, you can do those as well. And again, you might be more advanced than where I'm at. And I know there's a lot of personal trainers, a lot of strength coaches, a lot of athletes, a lot of health practitioners listen to this. And maybe your workouts are just, really intense right now. So for you, this could be more of a recovery-based workout. And it can absolutely be that as well. So, what is the 3x20 workout? Well, the 3x20 workout was designed to maximize 1 hour in the gym, 1 hour at home, 1 hour in a studio, wherever you are at. And I designed this in a way so that you didn't necessarily have to work out more than the 40 minutes that I recommend. Now, I've spoken about this before. We've done quite a few Cabral concepts now, and I always recommend going back when you get a moment. Check out some of those previous Cabral concepts because, to be honest, I try not to repeat any shows. What I try to do is link back to those shows, but I've done so many on exercise now. This is show number 706. So episode 706, that means we've done probably like 100, I would say. Yeah, that makes sense, about exactly 100 Training Thursdays before. So check those out if you like the Training Thursdays. Now, my reasoning for the 40 minutes of exercise is that that's the maximum, I think, for most people. The only reason why you would really do more than that is if you were training for a specific sporting event, such as, let's say I'm working with an MMA athlete, or I've worked with a few Olympians, I've worked with professional athletes, and their workout's just going to be a little bit longer because we might be taking longer between sets. But here's the deal. For your average body transformation person, such as myself, probably you as well, we're looking just to get in a good workout, and we don't want to kill ourselves doing it. We just want to see the results. So the 40-minute mark is if you're staying consistent, if you're moving pretty much the whole time, of course, you're giving yourself rest between sets. But if you're doing that, well, you want the good hormones pumping, and they start to peak out at about 40 minutes, namely testosterone. But yes, women, it's important for you as well as it is for men to be able to build up that lean body that you want. That does not mean get bulky. What it means is that you can actually see your muscles, and they actually burn some calories at the same time. They boost your metabolism. Now, after the 40-minute mark, meaning like if you've been really working for 40 minutes, testosterone hormones, good hormones are going to start to dip, and cortisol is going to start to increase. So now we're pushing the body pretty much past its normal limits, and we're going to start to see all sorts of things start to go wrong in the body. Anything from dysregulated blood sugar, meaning that even though a good workout should actually start to decrease blood sugar, and a workout that's a little too intense, a little bit too much, a little too catabolic, will actually start to increase sugar. And I've talked about that many times, why that happens. But really, what I'm looking to do is make this an overall fun workout. And that's what I want to share with you right now. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to figure out what are our 3x20. Well, the first 20 minutes, so they're all 20 minutes. Your workout is split in exactly 3. Your first 20 minutes allows you to get into a workout. Now, just to let you know, my private clients, myself as well, we do a 5-minute dynamic workout. That essentially just means moving your body in multiple planes. Now, the good news is there's only 3 planes of motion: forward and back, side to side, and then rotational base plane, also known as the sagittal plane, forward and back. So if you see sagittal, I want you to know what that means. The side to side motion, that's a lateral or frontal plane. And then when you rotate or resist rotation, like in chops, what you're working there is called the transverse plane. So I remember those because I might use those terms during the show. So what we do is really simple. For our warm-up, we might be doing something like, let's say, a lateral lunge, a side-to-side lunge, or an active adductor side-to-side, or maybe a transverse lunge where we're rotating. We're also doing maybe some type of T-twist to warm up the upper body and open up the chest, or a Spider-Man type movement. Or we're doing hand walkouts. We're doing anything that's going to get the body warmed up and working. So honestly, it could be jumpy jacks. You can do really whatever you would like to mimic some of those movements you might be doing later in the workout. Right after that, we get directly into the workout. Now, I am honestly going to teach you today how you can create your own workout based on my bodyweight workout I do essentially every single morning. Now, remember, I've shared this many times, but part of my bodyweight routine in the morning is just 1 set or 2 sets maximum of where I'm just circulating the blood. I'm just getting the body moving. I'm not working to failure. However, on my Friday 3x20 workout, what I'm doing is I'm changing the exercises to make them more stimulating for my body, because my body weight one in the morning, I've been doing that for a couple of years now. Honestly, it's not too difficult, but it helps me maintain some shape. I can take it anywhere. I do it every single morning. It's part of the anchors that I always talk about. Every morning you need an anchor. I have my morning routine and it never changes. Even on the weekend, I wake up before the rest of my family. I get up. I'm not going to go through my whole morning routine now, but hopefully you've heard it many, many times. I've even talked about it a few times this week as well. But really, I'm getting ready for the day. And as I get ready for the day, there's always those 5 exercises. So I want to share those with you now and then teach you how to create your own workout for this 3x20. And you might even start to incorporate my 5 exercises into your morning as well. So they literally take 5 minutes. Now, your workout is going to take 5 minutes for each circuit, just like we said, but you're going to do that 3 times. Okay, so that's going to be about a 20-minute workout. So here's what we do. You're going to do a chest exercise. So in my morning routine, I do push-ups. Okay, I'm not going to talk about my Friday routine because I don't necessarily want you copying my Friday workout right now because I don't know where you're at in your program. I don't know if you've been doing it a while, not doing it a while, whatever it might be, but I'm going to teach you exactly what I do. So I'm doing a chest exercise, all right? In my mornings, I do push-ups. Then I'm doing a squatting exercise. And in my morning workout, I'm doing bodyweight squats. And then after that, I have to work my posture, okay? I have to work the opposite of my chest muscles, which I just worked in my push-ups, okay? So chest, triceps, anterior deltoids, more pushing motions. Now, we need to pull everything open. So in the mornings, I do a chin-up. But for you, let's say you don't have chin-ups if you're doing this at home, you could do something like an equalizer row. So I have that piece of equipment. Really, really simple. I own a set myself. You can get a set. If you're at the gym, you could do TRX inverted rows. You could do chin-ups or assisted chin-ups. Or if you're at home and you only have your own body weight, great. We can help you with that too. You're going to get in a plank position, which means on your forearms. And then you can rotate one arm out to the side at a right angle. And you can focus on squeezing those posterior deltoids, the muscles behind your shoulders, opening up your chest. That's called shoulder abduction. You can just type in shoulder abduction in a plank into YouTube. I'm sure you'll be able to find that exercise. And then number 4 is walking lunges. I do these every single morning. I do it to open up my hips, my psoas muscles, as well as those tight TFLs on my body. Basically, my hip flexors, I have to open up those muscles. And then, I'm working my muscles at the same time. And then I do my rotations. And that could be body weight, but you could do it with medicine ball at a gym. So what are you really doing? Well, here's all you have to do. Do a chest exercise. Do a leg exercise. Do a back exercise that opens up your chest and really works on your posture. And then do another leg exercise, but this time do it for the glutes or do some type of Romanian deadlift for the hamstrings and glutes to help not use the knees as much, more of a hip dominant exercise. And then after that, I want you to do something for your core. That's it. Do a plank, do some rotations like I do a boat pose or a V pose from yoga. Anything like that works. It's going to work your core, work your abs in a very functional based way. That's it. That's honestly it. Push-ups, squats, rows, walking lunges, medicine ball rotations, or just bodyweight rotations where you have your hand out in front of you. doing what we call Russian twists. That is 5 exercises. That circuit will take you no more than 5 minutes. You're going to rest a minute or two, and then you get right back into it. Repeat. Rest a minute or two and repeat, and you are done with that 20-minute workout. That is it. Literally it. And I do the same thing on Fridays. I pick my 5 exercises, a chest, a leg, a back, a leg, and then a core-based exercise. I blast through them, just sip some water between sets. I already have my music on. I'm not thinking about anything else. This is not a day that I'm reading at the gym. It's not a day that I'm listening to an engaging podcast. I have music on and I'm ready to go. This is a fun workout for me. And then after I finish my 20 minutes of my resistance training, that's when I switch over to cardio. Now, I do steady state cardio. I've just started to incorporate that into my program over the last couple of years. And I know we're always such against it, so against the steady state cardio. But I did a podcast previously about why I started doing some of that again and the health benefits behind it. I didn't say body transformation benefits, but I did say health benefits behind it. So I'm doing that to increase oxygen in my body. I'm also doing that to improve my cardiovascular capacity from a static position, and I'm doing it because I want to get better at cardio for when I start to do some sprint triathlons again this summer, which I haven't done for a couple of years. Okay, but on my Friday workout, it's intervals. So it is interval training time. So what I'm doing right now for my intervals are 20 to 30 second sprints, all out, literally all out. Now, a lot of people say they do all out, but I watch them and I'm like, you could have gone faster. And if you could have gone faster, you're not at 100%. Now, faster within good form, of course, in control. Of course, I mean that. But what I want you to do right now is 20 to 30 seconds, all right? 20 to 30 seconds, then 1 minute off. That's what I want. 20 to 30 seconds on, at least twice that and rest. 2 to 3 times that and rest. If you've checked out my previous podcasts on intervals, literally just type in interval at stephencabral.com/podcast. That's where you can search all the previous 706 podcasts before this, or 705 before today's. You'll be able to find, of course, previous podcasts. I've done many, many of them on intervals, Tabatas, and why they're good, why they're not good, all sorts of different times when you want to use them. Okay, so what I do is a 3-minute light warm-up. I just switched from literally dynamic, anaerobic, fast-paced resistance training. That's called a metabolic resistance training workout. Now I'm over to cardio. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a 3-minute kind of moderate warm-up. That's it. I'm just kind of getting my body working. If I'm doing sprints, I'll do maybe a light warm-up jog, something like that, just for a few minutes, get my heart going and I get my legs moving in that forward sagittal plane, whatever I might be doing. Okay, so next up, what I do is my first sprint is at 60%, 50 to 60%, which means I'm sprinting, but I'm not expecting to go all out. And I do that so I literally do not pull a hamstring or a hip flexor or any one of those things, which I've done before in the past. My body's pretty good at going, from 0 to 60, not quite 60, we won't say that. Going from 0 to pretty fast quickly, but my body is not the most flexible in the entire world. I'll just be honest with you. It's not. So I had to do a little bit more warm-up maybe than some other people. But once I get warmed, I'm usually pretty good. So what I do is I do a first sprint at 60%, get my body a little loosened up, especially those psoas muscles, those hip flexors, and my TFL. My TFL muscles get really, really over time tight if I'm not working on them, just for overall good stretching, and then, of course, doing some foam rolling as well. Okay, so my second sprint is at 85%. You'll notice I have not got to 100% yet, and I'm doing that because now I'm going a little faster. I just gauge my body. Okay, how does my body feel? Still feel kind of tight? I'll do another warm-up. If I don't, I'm right into it. By my third sprint, I'm usually at 100%. I do 5 sprints at 100%, okay? So I did 2 warm-ups, one at about 50 to 60, another one at 85, and then 5 sprints at 100%, which means I am all out. And I prefer not to do them on a treadmill, but if I'm at a gym, I'll use a wood weight treadmill if they have it. I literally just joined a new gym, which I'm very excited about. I needed something fresh for the new year. So I joined a new gym. They have all the state-of-the-art equipment. It's absolutely beautiful. Their yoga room is stunning, overlooking all of Boston. They have wood weight treadmills. They have the best stair, natural-based ones, like you're almost climbing up real stairs. Very, very impressive. They have a Versa climber in case I'm feeling a little insane that day and I want to get a really hard workout in there. I'll do the Versa climber for some intervals. But so what I'm saying is this one right here is great for an upright bike. It's great for a spin bike. It's great for sprinting outdoors. I like to sprint outdoors whenever possible. You could do it for honestly anything. I mean, you could do it for battling ropes. If you want to use the battling ropes, great. But you need to be going all out so that you could not last for more than that 20 to 30 seconds. That's how you know you're doing it right. Okay, so at the end of that workout, you just finish your whole workout. That will take you no more than 16 to 20 minutes. That's it. If you want to use those last couple of minutes that you have after doing your 5 all-out sprints, you can actually just start to pedal on the bike lightly. If I have a client, body transformation client, who's doing spin-based, meaning like using a spin bike, and they're pumping out their intervals that way, which I do really think that the upright bike is a great way to keep yourself safe. I think if you're a beginner to intermediate, you shouldn't really be doing crazy sprints yet. Once you're a little bit more advanced, you can do that. I just don't want to see you get injured. I mean, that's the whole thing. If you get injured, you take yourself out of the game, and then you can't really get those results that you want. Use an upright bike in the beginning. It's absolutely phenomenal, and I really do believe in that. So what I have them do is I just literally have them pedal for anywhere between 2 and 3 minutes to just kind of like let their heart rate, let everything start to cool down. But if I'm doing sprints outdoors, which I love to do, then I simply hold on to a tree, give it a good hug, and I'm doing my hip swings. I'm literally just swinging my leg back and forth like a pendulum, forward and back, and then side to side. What this is doing is twofold. One, it's opening up those tight hip flexors of mine, the tight psoas, the tight TFL, maybe some adductor work in there. But it's also cooling my nervous system. And you've heard me talk about this before. I have to be careful that I do not overstimulate my nervous system, all right? Just from previous issues in the past. I'm very aware of that. And although I've had no relapses, no issues for many, many years, I just want to be careful about that. I really do. It's just, I am that predominantly Vata body type, fair amount of Kapha in there, a little bit of Pitta as well. But my Pitta mindset gets the better of me, and I want to go all out all the time, and I want to push it to the limit until I crash. Then the Vata crashes, and then it takes me too long to recover. So I try to train smarter now, not harder, but smarter, still train to, I think, a pretty good extent. All right, and the last part of our 3x20 right there, we did our resistance training circuit. Why 5 exercises in a row? Because it's the only way to complete a workout quickly is to do a circuit like that. Then we do our intervals. All it takes is 2 warm-ups, 5 amazing sprints. You just got a really great workout there. How long did that take? 40 minutes maximum. And then what I do on Fridays is I get in the sauna at my gym. It is a really well-kept Finnish sauna. It's an enormous sauna. It's meant for like at least a dozen people. And like I said, really clean, really well-kept. I've really been inside gyms for over 20 years now. Some of them are absolutely deplorable and disgusting. That's why steam rooms can be really, really dirty places. But saunas, for the most part, especially if they're using things like beech wood or some hypoallergenic wood as well, they're essentially antimicrobial in themselves. But of course, I'm sitting on a towel and I am just sweating it out in there, and I'm doing a little bit of stretching. So what I'm doing in the sauna on Fridays, now keep in mind, when I'm in my infrared sauna at home, I am typically just relaxing. So I'm literally working on my breathing. I'm just doing some light, relaxed thinking, maybe some visualization, maybe some just calming breathing, but I'm not stretching in it. I'm just not doing that, okay? Because I have, the one at home I have is the one that I speak about quite a bit, which is the Therasage. Why don't I link up the Therasage in the notes today about the sauna that I use myself at home, because it takes up very little space and it's like a fifth of the price of the one that I have, the Wellness Institute, which is quite expensive. So what I'm doing though in this sauna on Friday is actually a little bit of a workout. I'm not working out while in the sauna, but I am stretching, okay? I'm stretching out my tight hamstrings. I'm stretching out my hip flexors, my hips. I'm not doing anything too crazy, but I am in there looking to get a little bit of flexibility. Now, the nice thing is I go at an off time, so I'm able to get there mid-afternoon. And on a Friday, I'm telling you, not too many people are in the gym in the first place. So I'm in there. It's a great end cap to my week. I just feel like it's an amazing way to end my week. Everybody has their own like caps. On Monday, I start the week a specific way. On Friday, I know that after I do this gym workout, I'll talk about that in a minute, but I go out to the cafe, I finish any last emails, any last things that my team or private wellness clients or anybody needs from me. And then when I hop in an Uber. And when I hop in an Uber and head back to my home, that is it. I am done for the week. It is family time from that evening on. And I greatly look forward to that. But that is my end cap. So literally, I'm doing my resistance training. I'm doing my cardio right there, my intervals. And then I'm doing my sauna and stretch. And my sauna and stretch, keep in mind, is 10 to 20 minutes maximum because this is not an infrared sauna. So my infrared sauna, I typically go in for about 25 to 30 minutes. usually right within that time range. When I feel like my body's had enough, I get out. Okay, so now this is different though. Only 10 to 20 minutes in my gym sauna. And the reason is that it's a Finnish sauna, which means that it is somewhere around 200 degrees, whereas my infrared sauna is about 140 to 150 degrees, much, much cooler. 50 degrees makes a big difference. So the infrared sauna at a cooler temperature is not cool, it's still 150 degrees, but it allows me to stay in longer and absorb the power of the infrared waves. Now, a Finnish sauna is not infrared, but you still get great benefit, okay? You still literally work on those heat shock proteins. You work on the body's adapting to the heat source itself. Again, I've spoken about all the benefits on sauna, and if you need more benefits on why to do a sauna, go to stevencabral.com/podcasts and simply type in sauna. You will see all sorts of great shows on that. So that allows me literally to finish this in a 20-20-20 maximum 1 hour workout every single Friday. And it is how I am now doing my Friday workouts. I go other days of the week as well. They're different workouts. This one, though, I call it my fun workout. And that's because before I know it, I'm literally in the sauna, just enjoying it. Yeah, I'm doing a little light stretching, but I'm not like focused on like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. No, I'm in the sauna. I'm like, wow, this was a great week. This was a great workout. Stretching my hamstrings, maybe sitting cross-legged, trying to lean forward, stretch out my quadratus lumborum and my lower back. You know, just really opening up my body and breathing, just thinking about gratitude, how grateful I am for where I am, how grateful I am for my family, how grateful I am for, you know, being able to join this gym and all the amazing equipment they have and, you know, really everything. I'm just, that's what I'm thinking about, how I end cap my week. It puts me into a positive mindset, meaning like I chose this workout because it puts me in a positive mindset as well. Everything during the workout is something that I chose to do. I know that it's making me healthier. I know that it's not overdoing it in any one area. And when I finish with that and I shower up and I'm ready to head home, I just feel like I've had a great week. What I'm trying to say to you is it isn't so much the workout that I gave you today. What it is about creating different anchors throughout your week, different end caps that you feel like you're in control of your life. You're in control of your health. Most people can accomplish what I just spoke about. They could save up for an infrared sauna to have at home. They could save up for a really inexpensive upright bike and they could do body weight exercises right at home or purchase TRX or purchase the adjustable dumbbells. Why don't I link this up? I'll link up in the show notes today my home gym equipment. You can then get access to that. I'm telling you, like for literally saving up for a couple months, you can have your own home gym at home. You never have to purchase the gym membership and you can do this every Friday evening when you get home from work or whatever it is. Just ask your family, just say, hey, this is something that's really important to me. Would you mind if I got this time to, you know, I'm going to come home an hour earlier, but I'm going to use that hour to do this workout. Would that be okay? And then the rest of the weekend, I'm totally focused on you. I think, you know, when you start to do this little give and take in relationships, those types of things, you can work it out. And again, what I want to say is this, is it's not always, what I give you for recommendation might not always be exactly what you're going to do. But I want you to take the foundation from it. And the foundation today is that I found a way to get my brain engaged with exercise, which then leads to better health, which also leads to better mental health because it puts me in a more positive mindset. And when I'm in a more positive mindset, I'm happier. I'm also more creative. I'm thinking about all the things that I'm excited to do next week that I put in my notes. Okay, here's what I'm going to do next week. You know, this might be an idea for a podcast, or I saw this, or I have to call that person. And again, then I'm excited to get home. So now my family has a happy, healthy, excited father and husband, rather than someone's like, oh, that was a brutal week. I'm just going to come home and I'm going to, you know, whatever. So again, try to take the concepts from this. You know, there's a reason why I call it the Cabral concept. Take the concepts. You don't have to follow it exactly, but take the concept of creating anchors in your week, fun workouts, and getting creative. This is a 3x20 workout that I really believe anyone, any stage of life can complete. Thank you so much for tuning into today's show. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. Please do feel free to share this show with anyone you believe it could help. Ever wonder what the best sauna, blue blockers, sleep trackers, wake lights, salt lamps, or other health gadgets are? Or what about the top non-toxic mattresses, sheets, soaps, bath products, toothpaste, and cookware? Or would you like to know the cleanest choices for hemp parts, meal delivery services, supplements, and much more? I personally curated, researched, and now created a resource page of all of my top picks that continues to grow each week. These are the exact products I use in my own life, with my family, in my private practice, and they're the ones I trust. To find out all of my up-to-date recommendations and all the details, simply head on over to stevencabral.com/resources.